Did the cost of death just go up? I was Oh no, I don't have a favorite genre of movie. That's tough.
90s median action budget thrillers.
Right? The 70s auteur movies, but not all of them.
I immediately think Sorcerer. It's got them movies.
I was about to say Robert Altman movies. I like movies that feel like episodes of The Twilight Zone, is how I'll describe it. That can cover Night of the Hunter, that can cover John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah. I like genre films in general, but it's such a open...
There's sort of, I guess I would say hyper-modernist understanding of genre and trope and kind of craft with what I guess I associate with The Twilight Zone, where it's yeah, it's clearly a metaphor, but damn, it knows how to really wrangle the metaphor. That's kind of what I admire in a movie. So that can be, as I said, Night of the Hunter, it can be source code, it can be Ex Machina, it can be Sorry to Bother You.
It Follows.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really going whole hog into whatever the concept may be, which is all engrossing. I just really want to rewatch Breakdown. Breakdown is a median action budget.
The 90s Kurt Russell movie?
Yeah.
I do remember having a good just continuity of action.
It's got everything. You were the one who sent me that with the red...
Yeah, Red Letter Media did a review of it not too long ago.
A great
worth
discussion.
checking out.
Absolutely worth it, and also just such a good movie.
Shout out to Red Letter Media. We are fans.
Huge fun time.
We are also videographer boys.
Yeah, I love any and all movies. I've been going back to French horror movies lately, especially early 2000s, because they had a really big push for good body horror.
I've been wanting to revisit Raw. I remember really liking it. I think that was 2014.
Yeah.
The woman who goes to college.
Yeah.
Or it's vet school, I think.
Yeah, it's vet school. Yeah, really fun time. Anytime there's
starts eating flesh.
Horror, it
good
usually
stuff.
has some French stuff. The Substance this year, filmed in France.
As far as countries go, France is very good at film.
They really are.
I'm a huge, Amerophile, but France, Japan, Russia,
South Korea.
These are all good places to look for movies if you're just getting into international cinema.
Yeah, and honestly, if you get bored of American movies and you're just trying to find something other than Marvel movies, whole other countries have some awesome movies.
Honestly, go on Tubi. You'll be surprised what you can find.
Yeah, Tubi had some great stuff. There was an older Spanish film that I've been, Sex and Lucia, which I remember watching in college. It was just great movie, but I have not been able to find it anywhere.
And it's just on Tubi?
Yeah, on Tubi. Out of nowhere, I was this movie is nowhere. It's one of those it's $150 for a Blu-ray.
Yeah, I still want a physical copy of The Third Man, but it was up on Tubi 2 months ago.
Yeah. Let's see. 3256 likes Japanese B horror movies.
3256, have you seen any of the Female Prisoner Scorpion movies? I'll have to bring it up. Those are TechnoPoverty theater. I'll have to set a Sunday aside to just run those on the Discord if you have not seen them. It is a series of 4 movies that it's a adaptation of a manga from the 70s.
Nice.
Yeah, Miyako Kaiji.
Tried to find that one, but I couldn't find it. Which one was that?
Female Prisoner Scorpion?
Yeah.
Arrow released a box set. It might be out of print by now, but again, we do want to incorporate film into our sort of our curriculum.
Yeah. There's so many good movies.
But we do want to share film as well as books and video games with y'all. It's just technology and its limitations, as well as
and also just our time, regular time, and what people want.
The legal tape of sharing things like that.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
But yeah, we want to do cool stuff.
But yeah, we can definitely Screen some Lady Snowblood. Screens female prisoner Scorpion.
Freddy got fingered.
Lone Wolf and Cub is definitely worth checking out in terms of Japanese cinema in the vein of warrior mindset conditioning. It's kind of what the Mandalorians are riffing on. It's about a dude who goes around. He was the shogun. He was the shogun assassin until he was betrayed, and now he's sword for hire with his child.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Wandering around with a baby cart and a katana.
Man, that's so cool.
Ooh, do I go for this run? What are my resources looking like? I got 4 lives. I got 8 coins. I'm rolling in gold.
Right.
I'm going to risk it. The game has economies that have set me up for this sort of like risk-reward gamble.
Immediately into a skeleton.
Immediately into a skeleton. Can I get on this skull? No?
Come on, please.
Can I get on this land over here? Oh, you're up.
Oh, Daniel's man, we're currently watching Silent Hill and never played the game, though. The Silent Hill movie, arguably a great movie.
Yeah, we also, Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2 are on our short list. We will be getting to those. We have the PlayStation 1, we have the Xbox, we're busting out the originals.
Yeah, it's been really fun kind of seeing old games, but man, the first 2 Silent Hill games are so creepy.
Shout out to Kingsley Amos. Highly suggest reading The Alteration.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's an alternate history novel from the 70s.
Ooh.
I don't want to say too much, both because I haven't fully read it, but I've read the first third of it. I'm aware of the premise and kind of like the twist at the end, and it does have some stuff to it that I think ties in well with like Silent Hill, Jacob's Ladder, living in imagined realities.
Gotcha. Soyboy69, have y'all played Soma?
No.
I don't even know what that is. I'm unaware.
I've heard of the title.
Yeah, it definitely sounds
If I looked at it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've seen trailers for this, but no, I've not. Is that the platformer? It's like a 2D game, I think. What is chat saying? I'm kind of racing back.
Yeah. Oh my God, is Daniel's memo saying I played Soma but didn't finish it. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I can literally look it up. I just don't want to be rude.
We have the means. And
We absolutely do.
This is TechnoPoverty right here. Like that conditioned powerlessness. Like we're so overwhelmed by our ability to find things. It's like, damn.
Damn, I guess I just have to sit here and do nothing, huh? Right?
Do I need to know it? Yeah.
It's a great time. Love it.
All Severian can do is imagine things as needing to be executed because he is a torturer.
This game looks crazy. First-person sci-fi survival horror game.
Okay.
From 2015. Players take on the role of Simon Jarrett exploring the underwater research facility. I do like underwater stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
Great setting for horror. The game is set after a meteor collides and devastates the Earth, leaving the last human scientists fighting isolation and machines that develop human traits and consciousness. Well, that sounds great. That sounds like that really cool 90s with the Russian virus, is it?
No, I'm trying to think of the one with RoboCop, where it's like an underwater. It's Alien, but
that's a good one,
underwater.
too. Oh,
yeah.
Leviathan. That one is also a great movie.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of, I think it's the movie virus. There's one where there's like a Russian battleship that is just like out adrift, and then a group of scientists discover it, go inside, and there is like a crazy robot virus that is going around. It's like the skull and spine of a human, but it's like a metal. Some of the coolest
I think
practical
it is
effects
virus
I've seen.
because for a moment I was thinking virus was hardware, but hardware is hardware.
Oh, hardware is also great too.
Hardware is definitely techno-poverty core. Very Ghost in the Machine story.
Yeah. Someone explores the idea of continuity of consciousness. That's really fun.
Ooh.
Thing to dive into.
Very Ubik or Palmer Eldritch. Very Palmer Eldritch with the whole infecting your brain with his personality bit through drugs.
So many games. We'll just keep playing.
I was going to talk about Dr. Doom before we,
Oh yeah, before then you got in your strawberry boxers.
Right. It's always right before this room. Let's clear this room.
You're just reminded of it every time.
And then we'll talk comic books.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Jakob can be looking at the chat. Barney can yell at us. Where's that dog?
Oh, she's just chilling right here. I've run out of broccoli at the moment, so I've been looking at like small pieces.
She's had a hell of a Monday, I bet.
Yeah. She's just relaxing. Normally she just wanders off because she doesn't want to be under the bright lights, but she's been pretty busy this time. Nice. Take out the fucking Sam.
And there we go.
Nice. Excellent.
I have not been paying attention to my power-ups, but I'm going to take inventory of that right now.
Alright, see what we got. 36% of the game complete. Not bad. Good.
I guess it's not 100%, but yeah, here we are at the end of the second world already. Wow.
Oh, dang. Nice.
We went away as human child to the waters and the wild, and now we're just slaying everything. It's just like Berserk. We're playing the Lost Children arc. Thank you for joining us. After that, we will be playing the Dreamcast game arc. No, I will really be playing that down the line, as well as talking lots of Berserk during that.
Yeah. I gotta read your collection of Berserk as well. It's just right there.
It's all right there. No, I forbid you from reading Berserk until you read all my Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a healthy bit of Spider-Man too.
Chad, I have like the first 500 issues of Amazing Spider-Man.
Like there's this.
And then after one more day, I still have like a Superior Omnibus. I have a Chip Zdarsky collect. I have like a lot of Spider-Man, guys.
So much Spider-Man.
So much. It's been kind of my comfort totem these past 2 years.
Yeah, we all needed something, you know.
There's a lot of reasons for that. Yeah. Let's not just die in the hub world here. Let's
see. All right, what else we got? Dr. Doom, you mean Robert Downey Jr., a.k.a. Iron Man, a.k.a. the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
No, I'm talking about Victor Von Doom from the comics. One thing I want to give people... I'm a huge champion of reading the comics. If you guys feel fatigued on the MCU, just be aware that movies cost a lot of money and have to play it a lot safer as far as what they can produce and do. Comics have a lot of fun, and because they aren't as well, I mean, they are managed, but because the Disney Corporation is kind of backing these things with their billion-dollar margins, they play it looser. Sometimes comic runs flop and are bad, but I don't know, right now we're in a lot of fun experimental books. I really like a lot of what DC is doing with its Absolute line. I like what Marvel's doing with its Ultimates line. I like that Marvel has One World Under Doom going right now, which is about Dr. Doom being Sorcerer Supreme. He's in charge of the world right now in the canon.
Like Westworld agrees with you on that One World Under Doom.
I'm gonna go kill this boss, but to kind of put a pin in it for right now, I love Dr. Doom because for, the Marvel Universe, it's always, especially Spider-Man, this is why I like Spider-Man, because he tackles responsibility and like when to wear the mask versus when to not. Dr. Doom always has the mask on. If we're to think of the superhero as a conditioned state that Marvel protagonists feel they have to be in, Dr. Doom has welded the mask onto his body. He is that conditioned state all the time. There is no alternate.
Always.
Yeah, he's mask on always. It's very much a permanent part of the character. And that's to his strength sometimes. He's so fucking assured of himself that, like, sometimes he comes up with the craziest shit just because he's willing to indulge the weird fantastical magic of this fictional universe, whereas, Reed Richards, having screwed his friends once already, being reckless, is far more cautious. That's why there's that antagonism, protagonism there. I totally don't... How do we beat the Voodoo Man? Oh, shit.
It's like music got drunk.
Yeah. Is this like Gus? Oh, no.
Love these little strawberries. Which one is the real one?
Okay.
hit that boss. The sound effects are great.
Oh my.
Knock those little nerds down.
Not the voodoo. Hoodoo.
The power of voodoo. Hoodoo, you do.
Way earlier,
Kill 'em.
I was asked about a game I like that maybe others won't, and I believe Imana, Resident Evil 5 was mentioned in the chat, and I wholly agree with that. Resident Evil 5 is one of my favorite co-op games. I think as far
Such a
as
fun
a
time.
curated narrative game made for the co-op experience goes, Resident Evil 5 is just, I like it more than Resident Evil 4. I know that's a hot take.
Damn.
But it is shorter. It gets you from set piece to set piece better. It controls funner. You can share it with a friend. I've played Mega Man X and talked about the Capcom love I have in other streams. Resident Evil 5 continues that. Like the collectability of the treasures really adds to the sort of heart tank resources, something like a Mega Man has, where you can replay levels and find things that just expand your health, make your gun stronger, etc., etc.
3256 agrees on Resident Evil 5 being one of the best co-op games, and One Man X, The Power of the Babe, that's right.
I also think Resident Evil 5 just has a pretty insane story. It gets goofy, but it's also trying to wrangle in all these elements of Resident Evil lore into some sensible, definitive, kind of a end of an era chapter bookend.
Yeah, it does a really fun job with it too.
Yeah, I actually really like the kind of ideas it's trying to entertain about intimacy and partnership. It really is married to the co-op ethic in its narrative design. Especially with Chris and Sheva. I wish Sheva had more Resident Evil games because she was kind of just in that one. All right, I know what I'm doing now this time, and I'm at higher health. So let's get this guy done with.
What's this dude's name?
I forget. It told me right at the start, but I'm just gonna call him Stompy Hat Man.
Stompy Hat Man, we don't like him.
Yeah.
I need nerve, man. 3256, you are not wrong.
Is he Baron something? Is it a Baron? I'd imagine because they're running with the whole. Okay, so I can't get close and hack him, or else that happens. Wow, I'm just barely escaping him if you do this. Oh. I guess I have to wait for him to do his hat trick.
Yeah, he really likes his hat trick. You're in his house.
These bosses are quite specific in their pattern demands. There's not a lot of flexibility. Very NES game, sort of. But that begs the question, if this was marketing itself in 2001 as a throwback to harder games, what were other games at the time like if it was a popular enough thing to distinguish itself against, you know? You have gamergaters who will talk about some lost golden age of some kind of mythical narrative game design element where everything was Castlevania hard. And super not woke and the Citizen Kane of gaming, but it's always just whatever was good when you were 12, you know? And you're always born into a continuity. There already was a whole all new games are too easy, they're going too soft. Damn, he just pinned me.
Yeah, damn.
Whole hog. Is that my punishment if I don't wrangle all these dudes?
Oh, maybe?
Is that the heuristic we're going with here?
Gotcha. Listen, you gotta get my little guys.
Damn it. Oh.
Yeah, nice. Oh, gotcha, whichever.
Was he about to pin me?
He was about to. Ooh, girl. These little dorks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna avoid. Nope, I'm not going.
Iron Man X1. I'm gonna call him Dr. Methuselah Fitzgerald Jones III, Esquire.
Oh, this ain't good.
God, man. He's
I'm tempted to lick corners in the hub world to see if there's a purchasable armor.
I'll use some of that fat stacks you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, nice. Can you throw a shield?
No, I'm out of shield,
Ah, gotcha.
but I think it's just this one.
Nice.
Ah,
Get that. Oh. Oh, interesting. They come back if you don't
dang.
fucking move.
Nope, that's it. Oh, okay. I thought that was permadeath.
Yeah, no, okay. All right, got two of them. So you gotta keep them all dead.
Yeah.
As they slow. God, it's so annoying.
right.
My preferred throwback experience is the fact that not everything was monetized with microtransactions, DLC, and subscriptions, and the game had to be shipped finished.
Yeah, that is more valid, and that speaks less to like any kind of like hardcore Marxist postmodern deconstruction of video games as a form, and more to just the market being evil.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to hyperbolize like that, but you get what I'm saying.
I will say the only
Extraction
thing
at every point, kind of a.
No Man's Sky is probably one of the only options where like they just kept
Yeah,
doing upgrades. It's
yeah.
like, oh, actually, that was for the better. But not a lot of other companies have taken the initiative to keep up.
Dwarf Fortress kind of added graphics and nice stuff. And,
Yeah, we were talking about that as well. Yeah, definitely one of those people.
But few and far in between. A lot of the times I mean, there's also Roblox to consider.
Yeah, true. Man, we were updating the PS3 the other day, and I just forgot how long it takes for the PS3 to like do things because we've been
Yeah, it
treated
really
so
is amazing,
nicely.
the technology.
Yeah.
Despite, graphical fidelity not advancing as much, like speed, responsiveness. I think it is going to force us, or maybe this is just the techno-optimist in me. Sorry, guys, I'm complete parody. I'm not down with Mark Andreessen, but I'm going to be a techno-optimist. What if we hit the wall on graphics and superficial advancements so much? We really do have to consider like making more holistic entertainment that has mise en scene. It considers the story and what is provoking more. Who am I kidding? That's a bit too starry-eyed.
That's too crazy. Also, the insane developing time frames too now.
Because I do think, either way, people are always developing art's always being made under duress.
Yeah, some of the best art comes under duress.
I'm not going to say that duress is the reason the art's good, but
Yeah, for sure.
people persevere and make it. If anything, it's made under duress because the people believe that earnestly, and it's still being worth making under duress.
Yeah. And honestly, the best art is earnest, and it's really kind of nice seeing a lot more people jump into an earnest way of speaking about their art or just focusing on it.
Ooh, 2 for 1.
Imagine turning in 80% of an assignment and telling your professor they need to pay $30 to get the rest of it. I love that.
There we go.
That's techno-poverty brain. Would definitely pay off in business school, especially the art of the deal class.
And we have saved the second princess. Wow, we kind of sliced through that world.
Yeah. Well, hello, princess.
Again, it is very interesting to see the princess damsel in distress trope. We were talking about Dunsany and Tolkien in the previous episode and how the maiden's not the biggest feature of those things. I find Eowyn, especially in Lord of the Rings, to be very interesting with the way she comes around to kind of talking about how in pursuing the masculine, she was fetishizing violence in a way she shouldn't have, instead of just like being a humanist. I find it very interesting that that's in the book, not so much in the movie.
One man next. She lost her armor too, I see. She absolutely did.
Oh, yes.